Today I wanted to do some comfort food. I posted what I was cooking today on Facebook, and it is a garlic chicken and sausage. I didn't say what kind of sausage. It's actually turkey sausage, sweet Italian turkey sausage, and green peppers and rice. And so let me pull up the recipe because I got to get started. This is going to take a little bit to cook because it's one skillet, which we love. So you have one red bell pepper that I seeded and sliced. You have one yellow bell pepper seeded and sliced. 4 bone-in chicken thighs because I love chicken thighs and they cook fairly quickly in the meat. It's just so tasty. Kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper, 12 ounces of smoked turkey sausage that I've sliced into 1/2-inch slices. A 1/4 cup of olive oil plus 1 tablespoon that we'll need for something else, 1 cup of onion minced, 1 cup of white rice or brown rice. I'm using white today because that's what I had in my pantry. An 1/8 teaspoon of paprika, 2 cups of low sodium chicken broth plus a little bit more just to moisten things as we go through, and 1 cup of frozen peas. And I love this dish because it's just simple and it's hearty. And Mike, we ate a lot of it yesterday. It's just like you just want to hunker down and eat this and relax and have a glass of wine, glass of red wine. I'm actually doing a sangria today with this because it's fall, so I wanted to do something kind of fall, and you know, some apples in there and some oranges and some red grapes and green grapes, all this yummy stuff that's out right now. So let's get started because, like I said, this is kind of a layering of flavors, and some things have to simmer for 15 minutes and 7 minutes and 8 minutes and all that stuff. So head with me over here. I'm going over to this point. Hello, guys. And I am going to one skillet. Everything's going to be done in this one skillet. I'm excited. So this is my 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to put that in there and just get that going. And here are my lovely strips. I show these to you that I did. Really simple. This is another, I try to get you guys to work on your knife skills. This is another one just to get how to get nice slices and then cutting things up. And we're going to have some garlic in there that you have to mince. So this is all, you guys are going to be like awesome with your knives when you're done, you know, doing all my recipes. So I'm going to bring in the garlic because I love garlic. Yummy. And I'm just going to get that going. Let that kind of warm up when you start to smell the garlic. You don't want to get it overly browned because it'll burn, and we don't want that. So it's a medium, yes, a medium-high heat right now. And today's show is just going to be kind of relaxed. It's one pot. I'm not going to be, hopefully not running around like I normally do. Yes. Yes.
People say that to heat the pot before. Do you do that?
I heat it up a little bit before, but look how fast it depends on what you're using too. Okay. This is ready to go. And again, I'm going to watch my garlic. When I start to smell it, that's the time I need to start adding. And I smell it right now. Oh my God, it smells so good. So I'm going to add that in. And the reason I'm not just dumping this all in with everything else as we're going, I want to soften this and I want to let this have some flavor added to it. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt, little fresh ground pepper. And so this is going to be softened. If I dumped it in, it would still be a little bit kind of not hard, but it won't have the flavor layered on, on top of it. And
look at those colors. It's already colorful.
You know I love colorful food. That's my thing. Love colorful food. I mean, you want to like see things, you want to, just take a big spoon and eat it.
It makes you happy.
It does. The color does make me happy. And I think a lot of the color, I'm a jewelry designer. I also have a jewelry line. And so I've worked a lot of gemstones. And so anytime I could get, any kind of pink tourmaline or, blue apatite or something I don't know. Food is valuable, like a gemstone. So you guys can smell that over there, right?
Smell it. It
smells so good. So this is going to take about 3 or 4 minutes just to soften it up, and then I'm going to pull it out of the pan. So while it's doing that, we're going to jump back over. Turn that down a little bit. We're going to jump back over, and I'm going to season my chicken because that's going to go in there right after I take that out because we're going to brown this a little bit. I have my turkey sausage. Now, this is the sweet Italian turkey sausage, and you see I've cut it into about half-inch slices. I left the casings on because I want it to kind of stay together, you know, and not crumble. So if the casings stay on, it'll stay together. It's almost going to form like a little ball on that. So you want to cut that up. And then I want to season this. Let me jump back to the sausage. You could do the hot sausage. I just chose not to because this is kind of like my mellow comfort food. I'm not trying to get myself all fired up, you know, but if heat is your thing, get the hot Italian turkey sausage. It would be absolutely delicious. You could do that too. So I want to, again, it's about layering the flavors. So I don't want to just dump this in here not having any kind of seasoning on it. So I'm going to season this pretty well. And if you notice, I have two different things of pepper and salt for the seasoning because I know I'm going to touch this with the chicken in a second, and I don't want to contaminate using what I'm doing with the other one. So I'm going to flip that to the not so pretty side. And I can go back in with my hand because I'm only using this for chicken. Safety first, guys. Safety first.
I want to let you know that Kevin Weaver has joined us.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. And Lisa Stokes Roser, and she says, "Good evening, ladies." Hi, Lisa.
Good evening, Lisa. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Good evening, Lisa.
Funny.
So there you have. That's been seasoned. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to wash my hands real fast.
Always important.
And perfect timing because
How can that smell so good so fast?
it's magic.
It's the garlic.
It's the garlic. It's the garlic magic.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to turn that down. Actually, I'm going to turn that off for a second. And I am just going to, bear with me, folks. I'm going to take this off the pan and pour that in there, making a little bit of a mess over here, but you guys can't see it.
Oh, we can see it.
Oh, you can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We decided we could eat just the vegetables right now. We're happy. It smells so good.
Like, yeah, just the veggies.
So there's the veggies are right there. Look at that. So those can just kind of sit off to the side. I'm going to go back over here and grab my oil. And this is my 4th cup of oil that I'm putting in here. And we're going to grab the onion. I got to run back and forth because I have everything over here. There's not enough room. So I'm going to do the onion first. And I want to just soften this. Get that all softened.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Lisa, I always
Yes.
hear people say soften the onions. How long does it take to actually do that, would you say?
I would say about 3-4 minutes, something like that. And I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic in.
Garlic again.
Garlic again, yes.
Never can have enough garlic.
Never can have enough garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and put these skin side. It's a lot of garlic, I know. I'm putting these in skin side down.
No.
And I'm going to let them cook. And we're just going to let that,
Like the back of
yeah, we're going to let that just stay in the pan. Wouldn't need to turn the heat back on too. So we're just going to let that cook and kind of brown on both sides for a little bit. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to add some chicken broth. I'm going to take the chicken out. I'm going to add in some rice and some chicken broth, and then we're going to let that cook for a little bit and bring everything back together. I'm also going to add in my sausages. Yes. So you can get those going in there.
Is that your chicken thighs?
Those are my chicken thighs, yeah.
That's a nice big can. Oh,
Yeah, it'll hold all that.
I know you guys, I say it every week, but smell-o-vision would be a wonderful addition.
I don't want to share.
Smell-o-vision.
So we're just letting that cook up, and all of that seasoning is going to get in this, which is going to be amazing. So we're going to let that cook for about total of about 8 minutes, about 4 minutes each side, and then I'll flip it, and then we're going to add in the rest of the ingredients and let that all just kind of cook together. So while that's going, I think I'm going to pop over, rinse my hands a little bit.
Is that still medium heat?
Yeah, it's a medium-high heat. It's back to a medium-high heat, yeah. So I'm going to pop over here because let's see, what do I want to do? Yes, Mike?
I have a question about your pan selection.
Yes, because I would, and I know why he's asking me this, because yesterday I was like, do I want to use this or do I want to use my Le Creuset? What do I want to use?
Yeah.
Is that why you're asking me that?
Yeah, does it? Tell me why you picked which one.
I picked this because most people are going to probably have this. Not everybody has that pan. So I just want to show you, you can certainly do this in this. You could do it in your Le Creuset, however you want to pronounce it. I chose this, or your Staub, whatever you have. It's one pot, one skillet, one pan. So if it fits everything, you're good, right?
Yeah. And a wok would be great too to do it in, right?
Yeah, you could. It might get a little too hot. You have to watch the heat because that's going to really heat up the way the heat conducts in that. But sure. You know what? Use what you have. That's, if you don't have it, you can still kind of do this. So that's going nicely. So I'm going to pull this out because I want to get my rice in here. I have to go back and forth. I apologize today, guys.
No,
There's just a lot of ingredients going on here. So I'm going to pull these out for now, and they're going to go back in. And I'm going to pull out my little snoffages.
But they continue cooking themselves, you say, right? Because of the recipe?
I didn't hear a word you said for all the sizzling. I could say yes, but I might be saying something wrong.
I said, even though you're taking them out, they continue to cook because of the resting. You say they rest.
Yeah, but
Will they still continue to cook?
yeah, it is, but I'm not letting it rest because I'm going to eat it. You know what I'm saying?
So you put it back in. And,
So I'm going to add the rice in, and people are like, what are you doing? Kind of toasting it a little bit, letting it get in the oil. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my broth. Woo! Listen to that sound. That's what I'm talking about. You can't see me.
yes.
She is ready.
Oh my goodness.
You should see all the hearts and oohs and ahs coming across
Yes!
the screen.
This is what I'm talking about. Yes.
Woo, that looks good.
So excited. So we got that going.
Is there a particular chicken broth you like?
A low sodium chicken broth.
Just
I
low
actually
sodium.
I'm going to pull it out because as I'm cooking this may get a little dry, so I'm going to have to add some,
Add a
you're gonna need
little more.
you should have a little extra on hand as it's fluffing, but it should be okay.
You know what? I have a question about the broth. Because
Yes.
sometimes people say stop, broth, stop. What? Hello.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
A stock is, I like making my own stock if I can. I'm adding these back in, guys.
Okay.
Wait, let me do this first before I answer your question. So I just want to get these in there.
I think stock is stronger, isn't it? Is that what it is? I have no idea. I'm not even
So a stock, you're going to have a mirepoix in there, which is like your trinity of vegetables, your carrot, your celery, your onion. You may have chicken bones in there, and it's going to just cook low and slow. You're going to have some other things. A broth, I can make a broth quicker, like just throwing in some chicken. What happened, Mary?
Doors locked.
Oh.
They went on Facebook to tell me.
Oh, my friends are locked out of my house.
Oh my God, that was so smart.
There we go. That is hilarious. So they're trying to come into my house right now through the back door, and they got locked out. So they went on Facebook to let us know. Love Facebook. Anyway, that's hilarious. Anyway, let me come back to this. Let me add this in. I'm adding some salt in there, a little bit of pepper, and I'm going to add that paprika in there. Just all over that. Woo! And I'm just going to stir that up a bit. And I'm going to turn this down on a medium heat. And we're just going to let that cook. You guys liking this? Is this
so good.
like is this home cooking? Hey, hi! We have a new addition. Introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, Nadir here.
Hi, Nadir. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Yay! I got a guy. Yes. I'm a food baby. Oh yeah.
Can't wait.
So I'm gonna let this cook for 15 minutes. My trusty timer, 15. 15 minutes, yay. And now I've brought this down to like a medium heat so it can simmer a little bit. I don't want it to, I don't want it to cook too fast, but it's not quite low and slow, but it's kind of low and slow. And I'm going to be doing a lot of low and slow cooking coming up, not necessarily on the show, but just other videos that I'm going to be doing because it's that time of year for low and slow and braising and all that good stuff. Now I'm going to go make some sangria. Go check on this. Did I just do a little happy dance? I did.
Yeah, we're over here dancing too.
So I want to add a little bit more. Hello. Broth over here. Just a little bit.
Smells really good.
Does it smell good? Is it better to be smelling it inside than
Then from
outside?
outside,
And I'm going to kind of stir. I'm going to move the chicken over a bit so I can kind of stir this stuff around. And I'm running away again. Sorry, Mike. Because we have frozen peas that need to go in here now. Oh. And I've had them in there in the refrigerator all the time. So I'm going to dump those in. And then you remember these that we cooked?
Yes.
They're going in there now.
Are the peas frozen? Is it just because you are using frozen peas, or is it because they add to the recipe by being frozen?
I just chose to use frozen peas because they're available. Frozen food. And I'm actually going to do a whole thing of cooking with frozen vegetables and fruits and vegetables because when I travel and I come home and I don't have any food, if I have some good frozen vegetables in there and I have maybe a chicken breast or something frozen or a piece of fish, you can certainly take it out. You can poach it. You can steam it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you always have a meal available, and if you've got rice, you've got quinoa or something, you're always going to be good. You know what I mean? So, so I'm adding. This is going to cook for about 2 more minutes, and then this will be totally done. I just did a little taste test that Mike caught me doing, which is fine. Mike. No, I'm kidding. So this is almost done, and I don't know. This is like, again, it's home cooking. Right now, we just need to kind of, just kind of relax and chill out and enjoy things. So we're going to make lots of room here so I can try to plate this nicely and not embarrass myself.
Right.
I don't know about that. Maybe I should do it one at a time because I'm a little concerned. But
So good.
looking around, yeah, I may pass this back to you. I'm going to take this off. Mike, can you you got a shot of that there? Yeah, it's very colorful. I think I'm just going to plate it over here. So I'm going to take one chicken thigh and this is an interesting show how everything is all over the place.
All in one pan. That's pretty amazing.
All in one pan, yes. And like I said, if you wanted to get your chicken skin a little bit browner, you could brown that first and then come back and add it in. I just threw it all in there. I think when I shot it yesterday, I browned it first. But you know what? It's all good. So we're going to just scoot that around like that. And I am going to, yum!
So simple, but so yummy. Shot.
Get a little red in there. Here we go.
Girls dance when they eat.
Yay! You guys are awfully quiet over there.
I'm sitting over here drooling. I'm so excited.
Finished? Woo-woo! And I'm gonna bring these over to you guys.
I think I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go. This is totally no frills,
Wow.
home cooking.
No frills.
Well, I'm saying it's like it's nothing fancy. There's nothing
I'll
fancy
be nice.
going
I'll
on
be
here.
No frills.
Go for
This
it.
is totally like weeknight. I need
Wow.
something comfortable to eat.
Thank you.
Well, I'm
And
ready.
y'all go in and dive in.
I'm ready.
There's salt. I'm not offended if you need more salt by any means.
I love the sausage.
Thank you. Yes.
It is really tasty.
So this is like, again, this is a meal which it's better. It's even better the second day to take to work, or to eat for breakfast, like I did. Just saying. What, Monique? You had a question?
No, I'll take some.
Oh, you'll take it. But, you know, it's a perfect thing to heat up the next day or have, you know, like I said, you make this and you open a bottle of wine if you don't feel like making the sangria and you just nibble. And it's a simple comfort, come hug me moment of
So,
food.
and it's not an expensive meal.
No,
it's, like
it's not. Chicken
wonderful.
thighs. Chicken thighs are
rice and
inexpensive.
sausage.
You're getting your vegetables in there. You add in this salad. You're really getting a lot of good vegetables in there.
Flavorful.
Thank you.
Yum. It's so
Thank you.
flavorful.
And the key to this, and I think the key to one skillet, one pot cooking, is layering your flavors. Because if you just dump things in and then do the salt at the end, it's not going to cook in there. You've got to do things gradually as you go, and that flavor will, you know, in the end, all explode and come together, and hopefully have, like, I have some happy people over there right now
And this
with it.
chicken is so moist.
Yay!
It's so good.
Yay! So that's it, guys. That's my one skillet meal today. That's gonna like warm your bones and make you happy.
We're
and,
happy.
You know.